there's another video people like, or topic, twin flame, soulmate. I like the word soulmate. Twin flame, I feel that hasn't been around that long. Soulmate, I feel like that term's been around a long time. I think twin flame is something maybe it was created some spiritual community or something, lately in recent years, and they say the difference between the twin flame is that you're with your, like, it's the same flame. You're with yourself. The mind loves this romantic idea of everything. I'm wondering what the next term's going to be. But I mean, what is soulmate? It's the same thing. So I'm going to use soulmate. I just feel better with that word. How do you find them? I made a video talking about it's not that you find it. It's not like that. The universe sends you this person when you're ready. There's beings out here that you don't even know you're going to meet, that you're going to meet. See, we're so caught up just in our projections about things that we forget. Like 10 years from now, wherever you're at, 10 years from now, you're going to be in a whole nother dimension, man. Like inside yourself and how things are happening, and but we're just so focused like on our problems right now. What are we doing? And this is how real this show is. This is some real deal virtual reality stuff we're wearing. I've said before, it's so real we don't even know we're wearing it. Some of us do, though. When we stop trying to find things and we start living our destiny, the universe is going to send that to us. Now, what's so special about it? I found mine when I was, did I say find? The universe sent her to me when I was, 22 or something. And she was like 32. I did not know that you could have that level of relationship with a woman. I didn't know. I even asked a girl before that who I was with. Something in me wanted to experience that. But I just felt it was so like over the top. It's like, you can't really. And I even I told this girl I was with, my girlfriend, like when I was a teenager, I'm like, but man, you notice how it's like when I hang out with my friends, it's not the same when me and you are together. And she said something like, I was basically saying like, I want it to be like that, And she said, well, no, it's not supposed to. You're a guy and I'm a girl and I'm your girlfriend. And so it's different. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. I was disappointed. So, but when I was 22, I found her, man. I would tell her, I was like, holy shit, how do we do, like, I'm having more fun with you than I am, or as much fun than as I had when I'm with my boys or the people I'm really tight with. And the guy, I could make the stupid jokes and the dark jokes, and she got it. She would laugh. On top of that, like, we would be having sex. On top of that, there was a super, like, vulnerability and intimacy that you can't, with guys, yeah, you can be vulnerable and intimate, but it's not the same with the girl, assuming we're heterosexual. So there was a vulnerability and intimacy level that I had with her on top of being best friends that like just kept blowing me away. I was in a movie theater once. I don't remember the movie we were watching, but it was at the Man's Chinese Theater. So if anybody's in LA, you know what that is. And we watched this movie, and then when we got out, we were leaving, and it just hit me how much like I just felt in my heart for this girl. And then tears started coming. I couldn't help it. I was just like, And so I was walking behind her. I was like holding her, like walking behind her. I didn't want her to see me, alpha male. And so, but then she ended up seeing me. And then, and I just told her, I said, I don't know. And I just told her. I was just like, it just took me over. Like, I just can't believe how much I feel for you. Like, it's just amazing. Like, I just feel it. And it's not about the sex, obviously. I'm not with her to have sex. We had sex as a byproduct, as an expression for what we felt between each other. Then sex is okay. Sex should be sacred. That's not a Pollyann thing, you know. Alpha males be like, hey man, you're soft. I'm like, dude, grow up, man. Like, it should be a sharing. But we gotta like realize that later. I understand. I understand. That's why people you can't upset me if you leave some stupid comment. I don't take it personal. It's you're talking about yourself, whether you realize it or not. It's all good. There's space. Unless you get abusive, then I just get rid of you because the channel. How's that gonna help? You know. But I can. One guy, what did he say? You look like you haven't been with a girl in 5 years. What do you mean? Like, what does that mean? I have though. Sex should be a sharing of this energy that's already that's fused between each other. Because see, sex is we're already fused on an energetic level. We're already having sex, actually. If we could see our astral bodies, we could see them. Like when we're sitting talking, astral bodies, I guarantee they're intertwined. They're not limited by the physical body. So as far as physical body goes, when we're talking about sex, that's the deepest point that we can meet on a physical level. So it's kind of like we're just sealing the deal. We're already meeting deep. You know, we have psychological affinity. We're kind of married there now, and we're also married energetically. So why not? Let's throw the whole physical union, and then we're unified on all levels. That's how I see sex. So that's what we were doing. That's what we were enjoying. And those relationships, man, when that ended, I was in trouble. It took a while to detox from that. But that was good. It made my heart really strong afterwards. Not strong in a way where it's like, oh, well, that's not strong. I didn't see, some people get hurt and they're scarred. They either go and they try to drink it away or drug it away, or they go have sex. They find another partner. Let me sexualize this stuff away. I can't feel this stuff. Then you get warped, and then you're scared to experience that again. You won't let anyone get close to you. You don't want to experience that again because you don't want to feel that hurt. If you bear it and go through it and don't run from it and do your own introspection and don't blame your partner for it, this is the ultimate trump card the ego plays. I went through that. You get hurt and you just want to blame them so bad. Like look what they did. They're so bad. Sun's coming out, isn't it? There's nothing I can do. You want to blame because you don't want to feel that hurt. So you want to blame them. So that kind of buffers the hurt. It turns into anger, but the hurt's under the anger. If you don't feel the hurt, you haven't done the work. And if you didn't do the work, you're not going to feel holistic. You're not going to have serenity. If you go and do the work, meaning you don't run away and you don't judge the other person, and you do introspection on yourself, and you find out, okay, I want to look at myself. I don't want to blame them. Oh, but you caught her. She was cheating. And then I'm going to give an extreme example. This never happened to me. But I saw her like in my bed when I came home with another guy. This is how people go to prison. I told you, I've spoken at prisons, and a lot of them are in there for that. Prisons are full of people that just didn't mean to do it. They just didn't mean to. They're not, for the most part, they're not hardcore like killers. I mean, you got that in there too, but a lot of people, they just didn't mean to do it, man. They're in the wrong situation at the wrong time. They snapped, and now they're in prison. So how do you do that? How do you not blame the girl you really loved when you're in some kind of extenuating circumstance like that? Well, it might take a few days just to get poised again, okay? But then you got to look and see, like, I got to remember, wait, I was with her though. And maybe you could even smell when you're with her, you could smell that tendency she has or he has to do something that could hurt you later. You could see it in their character. I was with the girl. And I knew she wasn't done. I knew she still liked, she's yeah, she's sex addict, edging addict, totally. Girls, there's a lot of them that do that too, but they don't come out like the males do and make videos. A couple do, but they don't get into it like we do. But anyway, the girls also have it. And I knew she wasn't done, and I knew she still liked attention from guys, and she was gonna, you know, she liked, she was a sex addict, man. When it came to intimacy, she would be a really good actress. She knew how to play the role of being intimate, and on screen she could look like, whoa, that's a really nice kiss, but in her heart she wasn't letting herself go. Now we can trace that back and say, well, her mom left her, her dad left her. That's the compost that you can say created that dysfunction, but it's not an excuse. You got to transcend this stuff. So I knew what I was getting into on some level, and I signed up for it. And now, do we want to go more deep? Did a part of me sign up for that because I needed to, my higher self needed to give me karmic retribution because I did that to a girl in the past because I didn't mean to? Yeah, that's in there too somewhere. But let's try to focus on the point. I signed up for that. When that relationship ended, I felt I could feel this hurt. That was another reason I wanted to get into it. I'm like, can I still feel hurt? Okay, this girl, I can feel in my heart there's something there. I want to get into it and see. I know she's going to end up doing something. I told her the first night, I'm like, I don't think this is going to end good for me, but I'm down. And I wanted to see, like, what would I feel? Yeah, I felt it was more magnified what I felt because I was doing too much damn plant medicine. That just makes you even more sensitive and emotional. But still, yeah, I could still feel hurt. And the instinct is to blame her. You whore, you blah, blah, blah. But I knew that was mine, and I knew that was ego. And the mind don't want to do this introspection. It's like you try, it's amazing. The mind just says, nah, we're not going to look at yourself. And you just go blank. And you're like, but I want to look at you can't look at yourself. You can't. You just pray, ask for guidance. You know, if you're really willing to see your part, you'll see it. And I had to accept. I was with her. I signed up for this. I signed up for it. That allowed this hurt and resentment to dissolve. I don't talk to her today because I have nothing to say to her, but I'm not resentful at all. I wish her the best. I know the state that kind of, I know what that state produces when you're just kind of, you're using guys for your own selfish purposes. You don't really know it. You justify it. You're trying to use sex to make you feel good. Like, I know that state. It's not a peaceful state. So I have compassion for her because I have love for her. And I hope she comes out of it at some lifetime. Better this life. But I just don't have nothing to say, so we don't talk, you know. The more that you see, another reason it wasn't so bad is I already went through this when I was 22 and I met that girl. See, this is the real, this is the blessing of soulmate stuff. Like, it will tear you down on the core ground level and build you back up. So yeah, you get the nice heavenly part too, but you also get the nice spiritual reconstruction, which is what I've been sharing on, I don't know, the last 6 minutes or so. Once you go through it, it's easier to go through it again. And then once you go through it again, you see that it's easier to go through and you're not scared. I would sign up right now again today if God wants to send me somebody. I have no personal desire anymore because I experienced it. It's great, it's nice, but it's like anything. It's like, okay. It's cool, it's great, but like I don't need it. But I'm not afraid of it at any level. So that's the thing you got to check. And women from my experience, they can get more, I've shared before, they can get hurt easier and damaged. They're just more fragile, and they can be scared to be intimate again. Life is short, man. Don't miss this opportunity. And practice being real with your feelings, and forget the alpha male, like girls don't want to see you feel, or whatever they say. Yeah, stupid girls. What do you mean? Like, you're a human being, you have an emotional body. It doesn't matter. You're a man or a woman. You're going to feel emotions. If you don't allow that and accept that, and if you don't share that with your intimate lover, like, what do you mean? You got to do that. Otherwise, she's going to pick it up. It's going to be rolling. I know where somebody's at and what they're feeling, and they don't need to tell me anything. I don't need to say, hi, how you doing? I know how you're doing. I can look at you. I can feel. Why? Because I know how I'm doing. Once you know yourself, you can feel where others are at, because it's the same self here. So when you're with your intimate partner, especially if it's a soulmate, you guys want to be current. You want to share with her. Look, when you get rid of the ego, when we were in, this is an example, we were in public the other day, I saw you talking to this guy, and you guys were like laughing. Like, I saw that you enjoyed talking to him. And man, that, like, it brought up some insecurity in me. I'm like, damn, do I got what this guy has? Talking gangster. I mean, he was kind of more built, his shoulders were bigger, I don't know. And yeah, it just kind of brought up some. See, because we all have those insecurities, but we don't want to look at them. We try to cover them up with, oh, I made $1 million. It doesn't matter, man. I can see that you got issues. You want to resolve those issues. How do you do that? God sends you one of these girls that you can do that with, and you guys can partake in this process together. You use each other for the highest reason, which is to wake yourself up, to do this earthbound, gritty work, so that then you can have real intimacy. When all those things are dissolved, the insecurities and all that, then you can look at each other, and you can really, this love can be expressed. Otherwise, these insecurities, fear of intimacy, all those things, they block. You can look at her, but something's holding on. Something doesn't really let you give it up. Because, ooh, if I give it up, maybe then she can take advantage of me. If I really show her that I love her, man, she might use that against me. All those things, they got to work out and play out. And this is one of the main purposes for relationships. I'm kind of glad I segued in my videos now, and I'm making these videos. They're kind of fun, and they just reinforce, I like talking about it. Let me know. You got to give me feedback, though, you see, because I'm making them for you. So let me know how that goes, how this flows. See you.